going on to all of my Capricorns out there? Please make sure to get the book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. Links will be in the description box below as usual. If you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below as usual. So get in the space right here. So let's get into it for my Capricorns. Let's see what y'all got cooking this part of the month. So you have the Ten of Rods, Ace of Rods, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, the Magician, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Wow, okay. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Tower, the World, the King of Cups, and last but not least, we have the Strength. So what I'm seeing here for the Capricorns, you did get the World card, which represents Capricorn in on itself, right? So essentially, you showed up in your own reading. I'm seeing how you Capricorns, there's some sort of worry that's going on between, for you Capricorns, right? Between you and another person. You Capricorns want this person to like you, and you're not necessarily sure what's going on with this particular person, whether or not they like you, and because of it, it's getting you really worried. You have the Ten of Rods, right? You have the Ten of Rods. You have the Nine of Swords. You have the Hermit. Hermit, overthinking, right? Hermit is Virgo, overthinking, analyzing. Your mind is racing. Your mind, the wheels are turning. The Nine of Swords, even as it is that you try to go to sleep or may want downtime to relax, the wheels are still going. The gears are still turning. The Five of Swords is being a situation for you where a lot of you Capricorns, this person isn't necessarily giving you any kind of straight answers, right? The Magician, which is also a mercurial card, just like Gemini or Virgo, right? Hermit, right? Is this person being very mercurial with how they move? You don't necessarily know. That's for the thumbnail. You don't necessarily know how what they're going to say next or how they feel about you in particular. The Page of Pentacles, you really want this person to like you, but for some of you Capricorns, Capricorn is a very shy zodiac sign, in private, right? But in public, Capricorn is seen as very fearsome. And Capricorn is very fearsome, but at the same time, in private, Capricorn can be very sensitive. The opposite zodiac sign to Cancer. So the Nine of Cups now and the Nine of Pentacles, okay, right? The Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles represents how a lot of you Capricorns as well, I see that you want this person to get into a conversation, a straight up conversation with you about how they feel about you. The answer is quite simple. Just ask them to do that. Just get them into a conversation and start talking with them about it. That's the best. That is honestly the best answer that I can give you, because too often times when people are not necessarily sure about how other people feel about them, what happens is that they create all these concoctions in their head, or these mixtures or these creations in their delusion or their false sense of reality, and it becomes a delusion into thinking they think they know what this person's got going on, but that may not even necessarily even be the case. So a lot of you Capricorns need to understand that the best way for you to really get yourselves in communication with someone is to really get active and try to communicate with that person. Trust me, it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of BS and a lot of games, right? Because too oftentimes what you'll have is, right? Too oftentimes what you'll have is you'll be in a situation where a person will want to talk to someone, right? In this case, you may talk to them or they may talk to you, but it may have this mentality of, well, I got to create some form of justification to walk up to them. You do have a justification to walk up to them. You being interested in them is all the justification you need. So the Two of Cups, the Tower and the World card, right? Tower representing Scorpio, World representing Capricorn. The Tower and the World card is about the two of you finally getting a chance to meet and finally getting a chance to talk intimately. And the answers that the questions and the answers that the two of you go back and forth with is really astounding. We're gonna check in on that as to why that was astounding. The King of Cups and the Strength card represent you'll be blown away by the answers that you get. So let's get into it, right? Let's get into it, right? Let's get into why it is that you're blown away. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. My shuffling skills like that is not very good, you know, so I usually like to do the bridge. But let's get into that. Right. Let's clarify the Tower. Let's clarify the Tower. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Seven of Cups. This person you didn't expect that this person may actually like you in return, but come to find out that they do. They were just as timid to come over to you as you were to come over to them and talk and say something to them. Let's clarify the World. Let's clarify the World. Clarify the World. What do you have for me? What do you have for me? Let's clarify the World. What do you have? Oh, so many cards fell. Yeah, too many cards fell. Let's see how many cards. Let's see. Clarify the World for me. Clarify the World for me. Let's do the bridge and then get out of here. No, I'm just playing with you. Nine of Cups, Four of Cups, Nine of Wands. This person may even be the one to come ask you out when the two of y'all get into a conversation. But Capricorn, it seems to me as if you're the ones that's going to have to start the conversation if this interaction, but this would-be interaction between you and this other person that you want is really going to go somewhere. If it seems to me as if you Capricorns don't really start the conversation, then what's going to happen is that this person is going to be all too happy to just stare at you as you stare back at them. Just meet eyes and lock eyes and don't actually do or say anything about it. So let's get into it. Let's clarify the King of Cups. All right, let's clarify the King of Cups. The Ace of Cups. To clarify the King of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Wands. The Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Wands. Very interesting. Because what I'm seeing here is that when the two of y'all start to interact with each other and y'all are trying to figure out ways that y'all can see each other, the Six of Cups doesn't necessarily denote someone is coming back in this particular read. The Six of Cups represents how it's almost like a childlike kind of energy between the two of you, because it's almost as if like y'all two are teenagers sneaking into like y'all want to have some fun, and y'all two are teenagers sneaking into your parents, one of your parents' house or whatnot, so y'all can fool around. Y'all know. Come on now, y'all know. So it's kind of like something that's kept on the low, exhilarating, exciting, you know. Let's clarify the Strength card. Let's clarify the Strength card. You have the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, the Empress. To clarify the Strength card, which is a major arcana, you have all three of the cards, clarification cards, are major arcanas themselves. Crazy. The two of you need to learn to get out of your own way, because the fear between the two of you and the level of timidness between the two of you, both of you being shy when it comes to each other, is too much, and the two of y'all are gonna have to start taking chances, right? Like the two of you, right? Life is a chance. Life is a gamble in itself. So, too often times, you'll have people who don't want to necessarily take any chances, and they stick to what it is that they know. But how is it that you know your own routine? So you had to have broken out of an old routine that you once thought you knew in order to get yourselves into a new one. So in the end, this is going to be doing the both of you a favor if the two of you learn to actually take risks, right? Getting into a relationship is really not that hard. It's actually quite simple. But what makes it difficult is just people and their own fear, right? Their own ego of, what if this person's not interested? Well, if the person's not necessarily interested, then try somebody else. It's like, oh, but, you know, then they'll have the mentality of, well, oh, what if the stove isn't even on? Anyway, some crazy stuff's going on, right? You see what I'm talking about? That doesn't usually happen. So that's a sign, right? That's a sign. Letting me know that what it is that I'm saying is right. You know, too many times people are too afraid of what's not necessarily even going to happen. And what you got to understand is that what makes you worthy of a relationship is not being afraid to step forward, you know. So that's all I have for you for today. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace, Capricorns.